Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So here I thought of discussing with you the concept of immigration or when you are migrating to another country and how it can affect your personal life and your psychological life. And we are going to discuss that concept with reference to two short stories in your collection. So we have Interpreter of Melodies and also The Thing Around Your Neck, the two short stories. Both the stories are discussing somewhat similar concept, the concept of migrating to another country and establish yourself in another country and how it can affect psychologically, personally, your life and some other concepts with reference to the major concept of migration. So, if when you take these both short stories, you can see when a person belonging to a colonized country, for example, in Jumpalahi's story, Interpreter of Melodies, you find that Mr. and Mrs. Das, they belong to they have the Indian origins, but they grew up and established themselves in America. So when a person belong to a colonized country and when they are trying to embrace the culture of the colonized as a model progress, then how they accept that, the success and the superiority. Like you always feel that the colonizer, the other country as the as superior country, and also you have the same feeling that being at two places at once. So then mostly people, they find themselves that they are torn between the culture of the colonizer on one hand, and the other hand, the culture of the colonized. So you put on your steps on the both cultures, your mother culture and the culture that you are supposed to, or that you are trying to adopt. So this concept, this becomes a major concept, or this becomes a major idea when it comes to like when you are migrating to another country. How do you assume your mother culture, your mother country, and the culture of the country that you are going to adapt, or that the culture of the country that where you are going to establish yourself. So the same concept we study in the short story, The Thing Around Your Neck. There you find Akuna with when she won the green card lottery, and when she gets the chance to go and live in America, how it was, like it was considered as one of the a distant dream, because most of the people, it has become a dream of most of the people, because most of the people they try to everybody tries to get a chance like that. To win a lottery, win the American visa, or to get the American visa. So that becomes a distant dream for most of the people. So when Akuna got that chance, her relatives, her neighbors, and everybody had big hopes, and they also injected some ideas into Akuna. So how it would be, and always most of the time that is a common concept that when now we belong to a third world country. When you belong to a developing country or a third world country or a developing country, you mostly believe that you always feel like you are inferior. Like the developed countries are superior, and you always expect to get an opportunity to go to another country, and to another, or you always expect to get an opportunity to go and live in a developed country. And there we can once again discuss some other concepts like now Akuna and her relatives, they all said that Americans, like how they have pictured America. They said like America, it's like everyone in America has a television, gun, and that is the picture. Everybody in America like this. Like America, it's a country like this. That kind of a picture. It's they have created about this country. So then once again, we have the same. We get the same concept. Like from where we get these illusions. Actually, these are illusions, and we get all these illusions. Like nowadays, mostly we get these illusions from social media. So, like it's mostly from social media or like internet or whatever, like television, radio, newspapers. Like it's like mass media and social media. Like we get these kind of illusions. These are actually illusions. So then illusion was disillusion. Where like you get these illusions, like you get a picture about America through social media or whatever. Like you have seen, but not you have been, but you have seen. So you that illusion come up into like you have heard like this country, this is the best country to live. This is the country where the people, the happiest people live. This is the country where you have more money or like that. We get some illusions. So all these illusions come up to disillusion, or you come up to your real what do you call, like you see the reality when you go and when you step into that particular country and start to live in that country. So Akuna got the same feeling when she stepped on in when she established in America. So there, then she had what abusing, like abuse of power, abuse of women, and she had to face the injustice. And apart from that, the violence or the corruption, apart from all those things, Akuna had to she happened to like the concept of immigration and also adoption. How do you adapt into this uh, new environment or new atmosphere? How you yourself adapt into this new environment? Then you grow up, like how do you how do you personally grow up there, and how do you belong to this new culture, and how do you feel there as a family? Then how do you establish your relationships there? How do you feel, like the feelings of alienation, isolation? So you can discuss or you can comment on all these, even with reference to interpreter of melodies, Mrs. Das. Then they totally belong to American culture. But when it comes to the issues of women and the cultural issues and all, how she took that, how she felt that. hmm, You can discuss about all those things with reference to this, and especially when it comes to the concept of adaptation. And also pay attention to the word diaspora as well. Diaspora means a particular set of group of people, or just a, one community of people go and when they go and establish in another country, we call them that set of people, we call them as a diaspora. Like we find, for example, we find Sri Lankan diaspora in Australia, like Sri Lankans in Australia. So we call them as Sri Lankan diaspora in Australia. Then Sri Lankan diaspora in Canada. Like that, you find them in different countries. So diaspora means one like people from one country, when they go and establish themselves in another country, we call them as diaspora. So then how Akuna or how Mrs. Das, how they felt that that alienation, or how they felt that alienation, or how they themselves adapt into that, or while adapting themselves, like it's like you remove a plant from one atmosphere and you plant that again in another atmosphere. So we don't know whether the plant would grow up or not, like that. So then both Akuna, Mrs. Das, Mr. Das, or even other characters you can take, especially Akuna and Mrs. Das, you can comment on, you can think about, these are just food for your thoughts. So just think about how these characters establish themselves in the different, in the other culture, in a new culture, and the concept of migration with reference to these two characters. So let's meet once again with another video. Bye.